Hey, welcome back to day 36, 37, I don't know, of Project Me. It's been so long, nearly 2 weeks, I think. And for that, I do apologise. Mainly to myself. um, yeah, I mean, we'll get into why it's been so long in a second, but, real rapid fire gratitude. So grateful to me for being alive, honestly. I've been really sick recently. Secondly, grateful to my friend B, who's just come into the city and is checking up on me. Looking forward to catching up with him over the next few days at some point. Thirdly, grateful for the chance to challenge myself, something I'll talk about in a second as well. But yeah, anyways, it's been so long since the last video because, well, like I said, I was really, really ill for a couple of days. And outside of that, seriously busy. Busier than I think I've been in a long time. I mean, the trimester only just restarted nigh on 2 weeks ago, and I'm pretty much a week behind. It's been ridiculous, really. I made the happy mistake of signing up for junior mooting, which is essentially a extracurricular law faculty competition. So mock court trial, if you were. So I signed up for that with a partner, and our competition officially begins on Monday. But the past 2-3 weeks, it's been doing the legal research, writing the written submissions, and then of course preparing a script for the oral submission this Monday. So seriously, seriously busy, and of course being sick didn't help with any of that. You might still be able to hear it in my voice. I hope not. I can feel it in my voice. But anyways, it's been a long time, but we're getting back into the swing of things, so we should be okay. Just looking forward to cracking down on the work again. But just wanted to talk about a few things recently. It won't be too long. Yesterday, went to one of the campuses to study. Brought a few friends together from two different friend groups of mine, and it's hard to describe. I feel like it might be a defensive instinct on my part to keep friend groups separate because of what happened yesterday. It wasn't anything bad. It's a personal thing for me. It's that. Well, I'll tell you the situation first. So we're all just we go get food, and then each friend group of mine starts interacting with each other, and I feel like I'm left out on the side a little bit. Again, it's a personal thing. It's something I need to get over. At first, I thought I was jealous of my first, when I was reflecting, my first instinct was, oh, I must be jealous. I'm not the center of attention, but I don't need to be the center of attention in any scenario anyway. So I realized it wasn't that. I'm not that narcissistic. I just thought, and then I realized it was actually the change in the dynamic. It wasn't necessarily that I felt left out. It was that the dynamic of how I would act changed, because I would act as code switching, right? You act a certain way with one group of people, and you act a different way with another group of people. So now when these two groups of people are right here, I can't cold switch between them. I have to choose one or choose a mask to wear or create a new mask altogether. So that was really interesting, actually, when I came to that realization. Just interesting to reflect on for that. The next thing I wanted to talk about was a friend's birthday on Wednesday. I'd sent him a text, just a happy birthday. You are wonderful. You are complimenting some character traits about this I really like. Saying I'm really grateful to have them in my life. That's sort of my default birthday message, something very personal to them, and of course expressing gratitude that they're in my life. I didn't get a response back from them, which bothered me a little bit. Objectively, should they have responded? Maybe, but who knows? They were busy, I don't know. Objectively, should I have felt bothered by that? No, I shouldn't have felt bothered by that. It was completely unreasonable of me to feel bothered by that. I mean, obviously you'd like your message to be acknowledged when you put a lot of thought into what you wrote, but hey, who knows? Other stuff might have happened, I don't know. But so I've just written everything down so I don't forget it. Yeah, no, I shouldn't let it get to me. But that is a feeling I think I often struggle with, which is how much effort should I afford to people? How much effort should I give to people? What would a reasonable person do? Oh, what would a reasonable person do? It's a very law-like question to ask. I'm in law school, can you tell? I mean it in the most non-pretentious way, by the way. Like, please, I do not mean that to be pretentious. Sorry, I'm just making a joke. But no, I often wonder, like, how much effort is warranted? How much effort do I put in before I realize that it's not worth my effort? You know, and that's something I really struggle with a lot with friendships. I don't know. It's like you're not going to be my first, second, or third priority if I'm not your first, second, or third priority. You know, it's that kind of thing, because all your energy just becomes wasted. So I'm not saying this is a situation that calls for this specific type of thinking, but it did make me think about that. Because I don't know, I feel like I've got a very different idea of what a friend should be than most people might have. For example, I think I could only consider less than 5 people to be actual friends, and everyone else is just an associate, a colleague, someone in the wider network. I mean, obviously, when I refer to them to other people, I call them friends, because then it just leads to a whole bunch of other problems if I use other terms and stuff. I don't know. It's just curious. It's very curious to me. I don't consider most people friends. I guess I just have a closer circle, and it's probably something to do with unrealistically high expectations for friendships and people in general, which is something else I need to get better at. But again, how much do you lower your expectations for people? You know, like, do you expect them not to do anything? No. But you don't expect them to do everything either. So where's the line? It's something I'm struggling to find. I'm sure I'll find it eventually, just like I'm sure I'll find out how much effort to put into friendships. But yeah, because I mean, the self-destructive part of me is saying, oh, they didn't respond to your text, ghost them. You know, obviously I'm not going to do that. Please. It's just me being very candid with a part of my mind. A part of me is wondering, you know, well, why not? You know, I mean, you would save so much energy if you just concentrated on 4 or 5 people in your life and ignored everyone else. Something to think about. I won't. But there'll always be a part of me wondering that, I think. Anyways, it did make me think of something I actually came across a while ago as well, in that something along the lines of everything that you dislike about other people is something you suppress within yourself, and everything you admire about other people is something that you have but don't realize you have already. I thought that was quite interesting. I don't know why it reminded me of that, but yeah, no, I think that's actually quite a good insight. For example, I don't know, okay, this is maybe a bit arbitrary, but when you see someone open it, okay, say you're eating a meal, you are eating with your mouth closed, right? Because, I don't know, for me, my dad always said, well, he would rip into me if I ate with my mouth open when I was growing up. So I formed the habit of eating with my mouth closed because of good manners. But then say the person you're eating across from is eating with their mouth open, right? Would you feel a little bit disgusted? Perhaps because you have put in the effort yourself to eat with your mouth closed? I hope that's a good analogy. Another analogy might be if there's a sign that says no running, and you walk by and you choose not to run, even though you could have, but then you see someone else running alongside you and past you, would you feel a little bit of what would the word be? Disdain, maybe, for that runner, because they chose to do something which you might have wanted to do, but you chose not to do because you respect the rules, right? And so now you have this person who is not respecting the rules, the opposite to you, doing that, and so you might feel a little bit of disdain. That's sort of what I'm going for. So you suppress that within yourself, which is why you don't like it when it's exhibited in other people. Just interesting, and admiration is a curious thing. You admire someone for being a great speaker. You have that potential too. You just have to foster it. It's curious to think about. Bit of a tangent there, but interesting. And lastly, I came across a quote by Van Gogh in one of his letters. I tend to read his letters every once in a while. And in it, he said, I don't know whether I'm extremely sensitive. Oh no, he says, verbatim, I can't tell whether I'm extremely sensitive or life is unbearable. Bit of a heartbreaking thing to say, right? Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie, in not so many words, I've often wondered the same thing. This is not to sound extra or whatever, but I do often. I'm an overthinker. I'll own up to it. I do often wonder whether I feel things more than I should. And if it's worth thinking about things as much as I should. Probably not. But I can't really help it, I think. At least not now. Maybe as I keep growing up. Yeah. But I don't know, just I've got a very complex relationship with that idea. Yeah. But anyways, I'll leave it there. Really haphazard thoughts today. Nothing really significant, but some self-reflections that are important for me, I think. Just need to be ruthlessly objective with myself. But yeah. Oh, also very grateful to Ben, who commented twice on the last video. I think it was the last one, a few weeks ago. Really, really thankful for that. I don't know if you'll see this, but really thankful for the time you put into those comments. Seriously, thank you. It's that criticism which is what I'm looking for, that constructive criticism, which is partly why these videos are public and not private. Because one, if other people can get something out of this, great. Or if other people have things to help me along the way, that'd be awesome. I'm not perfect. I think I can be arrogant plenty of times. I can be humble plenty of times. But yeah, I'm by no means perfect, and I know it. So anything to help me make myself better is so appreciated. So thank you for that, Ben. Truly, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. But in any case, we'll leave it there. I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day, no matter where you are in the world. Take care, guys. Cheers.